Hi everyone, it is Amanda here, and I am gonna put this video together for you guys again, even though I have done it like 3 times now, and my other camera decided it didn't want to record and play nice, so we are going to start all over with again. And I'm going to show you guys how to make a Christmas card, junk journal, little booklet. And if you're interested in seeing how I'm going to put that together, just stay tuned. And in this video, we will jump into the supplies and things that you might want or need, and somewhat the point of a Christmas card, greeting card, junk journal, and things like that. So just stay tuned and we will jump right into it. Alright guys, first of all, I've had people ask me, what is the point of making a greeting card or a Christmas card junk journal? And for me, you know, it can be different for everybody. For me, I just wanted to make a cute little journal type book out of Christmas cards because, I mean, let's face it, Christmas cards are adorable. And for this project, you can use old Christmas cards, you can use new Christmas cards, you can use, like I said, the old Christmas cards that have a writing already in them because we can cover it up. I'm trying to see, yeah, like this one, we can cover all of this up. It doesn't even matter. All you need is Christmas cards. It doesn't matter if they're in portrait or landscape. Like this one would be portraits, this one would be a landscape size. It doesn't matter if they're big like this or tiny like this one. None of that matters. And to me, the point is just to use all these really, really pretty Christmas cards, put them together to form like a journal or a book. And inside of that book, you can use it for whatever your little heart desires. Do you want to turn it into strictly a Christmas sticker book and just put your stickers in it? Go for it. Do you want to turn it into a book that you're going to use of your current year Christmas and put Christmas pictures from, you know, Christmas 2017? And as you flip through your book and you have these different, you know, pictures, do you want to add your own actual like family type Christmas pictures? Maybe you want to use it strictly for journaling and you want to open it up to a page and write, you know, December, whatever, this is what we did. And, you know, you can use it for so many different things. It can be an art journal, it can be a sticker journal, it can be a junk journal, it can be filled with Christmas buttons if you want to put them on there. You can put anything you want into this and make it to be whatever you want it to be. So, to me, that is kind of the beauty of it. And as far as what you would need to make something like this, there's so many different ways you can make it. So I'm just going to show you the way that I'm choosing to do it this time. And obviously, what you would need are Christmas cards. They can be, like I said, old, new, written in, not written in, falling apart, not falling apart. It does not matter. The base of this journal, or this book, is going to be made out of Christmas cards. Big, little, does not matter size. None of that matters. Just go find yourself a bunch of Christmas cards. Now, like I said, because I already videoed this like 3 other times and it just didn't work out, I'm already ahead in like one of the first steps. So I'm going to kind of talk about that and how I got my Christmas cards set up into the order and things like that that I wanted them. But before we talk about that, some of the things that I plan on using for my greeting card junk journal are going to be things like this. Here is some Christmas washi tape. So you can use, you know, washi, you can use markers, you can use paints, you can use watercolors, acrylics, you can use crayons, you can use paint pens, you can use colored pencils, like you name it and the sky is the limit. You don't have to use any of it, honestly, if you don't want to. all up to you. In mine, I want to be able to make like cute little tuck spots and pockets and things like that that we'll go over and do together. I also picked some Christmas colored buttons that my daughter and I went through and put just the, some Christmas colored buttons in this little jar. Maybe I'll sew one in on a page. Maybe I'll just glue it on a page. There's so many different things you can do with a junk journal. Some of the other things that you're obviously going to want are, even if you have extra Christmas cards laying around and you don't want to use them to form your book, you might just want to use them. Like, I'm in love with this card. I love this picture. It screams Christmas and everything to me, and I love this. So instead of putting it in my book, I actually kept this one out, and maybe I'll use this somehow in my book, or take envelopes and we can glue this envelope down to a part of our book, and when we open it, here's a little tuck spot for something. So like I said, you can use envelopes to decorate it with, other Christmas cards. I also have over here some paper pads that have holiday colors, or to you might be holiday enough to put in it. So I have some black and silver. This one is actually from, obviously, like a Christmas type Christmas paper pad. So I got a bunch of these together that I can use to cut up or make pockets, or just decorate pages. Say there's a card that's already written on that you're using as part of the inside of your Christmas journal. You could cut this out and glue it over the part that has the written sentiment that you don't want. And now you just created a really cute Be Merry background. So those are some other things that you might want to use. So other cards, envelopes, things like that, maybe blank pieces of stationery that you're going to want to put in there for some journaling areas or something. Another thing might be some tags or Christmas tags that you might want to make. So those are all different things that you can use inside a junk journal. I also have, okay, this one's way too big to show you here. Let me grab some of this, you guys. I actually have, let's see if I can move some of this and actually get this up here. I might have to move my camera for this, so hold on. I have a big box that is filled with Christmas stuff. Now, this is all stuff that I went through. Some of it I got at the Dollar Tree. Some of it was sent to me. But now, like, look at these. Gift bags for Christmas from the Dollar Tree, I believe these were. These little tags, these gift bags are things we can use in our junk journal. If you go through, like, if you get flyers for, what am I trying to say here? Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Joann's, you can go through those flyers, especially around this time of the year, and cut out, Christmas pieces from these flyers that you like, that are cute. Now we can use this to decorate the inside of our junk journal. So I have scraps from different magazines and things that I thought were cute that I cut out and I threw in here. I also have this festive cheer, and now this is window decorations, but you can glue these down on the back of cards or things like that, so we can use those. This I was thinking about possibly using on the front of our junk journal or Christmas journal, but I don't know yet. Here are some money holders with envelopes. So I picked these up because these are like super duper 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 cool. And look at the glitter snowman. I have a thing for glitter and snowmen. But anyway, we can glue those in for little tuck spots or envelopes or spaces to write and journal. I also got some napkins because we can use these Christmas napkins and you can Mod Podge those inside your journal. That's kind of where the junk journal part of it comes from. You can get whatever junk you want and throw in there to decorate it. I found these doilies. We can put those in there, fold them, cut them, put a picture in the middle. All of this stuff is just, random things you can use You might want to go pick up some Christmas ribbon or ribbon that you could use for Christmas. We can decorate pages with that. Obviously, you want to have Christmas stickers. These are awesome to use, and we can put those in our junk journal. So these are just some ideas, guys, that these are all things that you can use to throw in these Christmas journals to make them nice and fat and pretty. And we could use cupcake holders and flatten these out and make, you know, just different embellishments. We can use the cupcake toppers. We can put those in there. We can make shaker cards and use some diamonds, or just decorate a page, or maybe use one of these red ones and we can draw Rudolph and use that for his nose. Some bling, you know, things like that. Stickers, things for shaker cards. There's lace I have in here. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a part to an old Christmas card that I kept. I have bags in here. I have all of these in here. Now these are like, you can use these. These are just little to and from things. I have some scraps of paper. All of this stuff, all of this, you guys, can be used inside our Christmas junk journals. So before we get into any more of the fun stuff that we can use, let's actually get back into the making of this wonderful little Christmas junk journal of ours. And I will move this huge box of goodness, if I can. Now let's see if I can actually get our camera set back up. Oh, so far so good. Don't fall, camera, don't fall. All right. Now, this would be, obviously, step one. Depending upon if you want a cover or not for your journal once we make it, you can make it out of cardboard. You can make it out of a cereal box. You know, I mean, you can use anything you want. The basis is once you get all of your cards, the cover has to fit, obviously, around the biggest card. And if you don't want to make a card, or a cover, I should say, if you don't want to make your own cover, what you can do is say, okay, well, I know now this is the size that, you know, none of my cards are going to be bigger than this size. So what I did was find a book from the Dollar Tree, hence they're only $1. And I was like, now if I measure this in here, this is going to be fitting all the way around this. And if you squeeze what you're going to have of your signatures, we're going to call them, together, and you measure the book, will these fit into that? Sure will. So what I did now, I'm going to put these out of the way and hopefully show you guys this. Oh, just a second. Too much stuff, too much stuff, too much stuff everywhere. And I'm getting poked by my insulin pump. Oh, did you see that? I caught it. I caught you guys. Have no fear, I caught you. Okay, this video is just... I need a bigger workspace. I need a bigger workspace. All that good stuff. But let's just make do with what we have, because that's just what I got. All right. Let's get back on track here. So now this book here obviously came more so looking like this. And when it was all in here, back behind this, when I bought it, you can tell that this doesn't get... it's not like real glued in to the back of the book. So I had room to open this book up and just slice with my X-Acto blade. I just sliced this apart. And then I did the same thing on the back side. And then once you slice this, the inside of this book will legit just pop right out. Like, it will come right out, you guys. You have to be careful. Some are glued a little more tighter or whatever than some. And what I did here is I'll show you. So now we have this whole inside of the book gutted. And you can keep these pages because you can use the pages for backgrounds and junk journals. And you could use them on your Christmas cards. Anything like that. So now I have this book. And when I was trying to cut it, it was so glued, so tight in here, that when I kept trying to cut to get through it, I actually ended up slicing through the spine of this book. Now, for me, that does not matter whatsoever because I'm going to be reinforcing this before we put our cards in the middle with duct tape and things like that. And on the outside, we're going to decorate the front of this. And I'm going to have this all covered, so you're not going to see that I sliced through the spine. So even if you do, that's an easy fix. Real simple, you know, like I said, you just cover it, design over it, you won't even know it's there. So, now that you decided this is going to fit your biggest card, what you want to do are make signatures. Now, if you guys are brand new to that, a signature is basically just a bunch of paper or whatever you're using. And I have no room. Stop falling stuff. I kind of feel like you guys are cockeyed right now. Maybe this will help. Excuse me, guys. My throat is so dry. I'm going to grab some of these cards again now. And now we're going to start talking about how to make the signature, like I said. Now, out of a bunch of these that I had, I decided I was going to make like 3 or 4 cards in one signature. And now, like I said, what I mean by that is I just took a bunch of cards and I put them inside each other to make a signature. Took this card. I love the glitter. And then I opened it up and I decided what would I want to see next if I was like flipping through like this were to be a book or something. So I liked the way this little card fit here, and then behind it from this other card you could still see the Merry Christmas. So then I decided I wanted this card to be next, and I just laid it in there. Then I decided I wanted this card, laid that in there. And then on the inside, there's this littler card, laid it in there. And then in this one, I decided I want one more, so I put this in there. Bam. Now, basically, all I did was take those cards and stack them on top of each other. And I do not have a long reach stapler, which, of course, I ordered, and it's not here yet. And I couldn't wait any longer to do this, so I was just like, you know what? I'm just going with it. It is what it is, and we're just going to make it work. So, now, say you have all of your cards. I actually have enough here to show you this. And I decided that I want this to be my first page. So I'm going to just open up the card to the middle. And then I decided, you know what, I want this one in here next. And I'm going to open this one up so that they meet in the middle. And then this is going to be my next card in my signature. I'm going to put that in the middle. And now, there I go. Now, once these are put together, here's your book you can flip through. Hence, it's called the signature. So now, like I said, a long reach stapler would work best for this because you could just take your handy dandy stapler and go all the way to the middle. And if it was a long reach one, this would all be open so you could slide your card all the way in to this middle part, and you could just put a staple, put a staple, put a staple. You could put one staple, you could put 3 staples. That was my idea for how I was going to staple my pieces together. So, since obviously this one won't work like that, what I did was just open my stapler up. I laid my signature down that I had made, and I took my staples out, and I put it right in the middle, and I took my X-Acto blade, and what I did was measure then these points of where the staple, you know, where it would actually go in. And then what I did was poke with my X-Acto blade through all of the cards in the spots where the staple would be going through. And once I poked those through, I would just trim, I don't even want to say that. I would just get one single staple now and pull that off. And then through those holes, I would keep my paper level like this. Just pretend we got holes in there, guys. And then I'm going to find the holes that poked through from where I measured my staple. And I'm going to take the end of the staple here and poke it through. And then find the other end of the staple and poke it through. So now, basically, it would come through here, and you would just see the little point sticking up. And then I took the end of my X-Acto blade and just used this to bend that staple down on each side so that it would hold those cards tight. So now what I mean by that, I'll show you guys an up close one again here. And look, you can tell, like, you guys, I did not do these nicely at all. Like, this one's cockeyed and it's all ripped off to the side. Doesn't matter. Get that stinking little stapler through. And then when it comes up the middle, I should be able to pull this up to show you guys. Hence, I did this all on my other one to show you, but it didn't work. So through here, my staples are supposed to be through here, popping through, and all I did was push them down like this, and then I added some washi over them so that my signature would stay together. Would this be way easier if I would have just gotten the darn long arm, long reach stapler? Yes, why yes it would have. So that's like the worst part of having to make one of these, is trying to get your signature to stay together. So once I did that to all of them, and you got to decide how many you want to use. You can do 3 cards in one signature. You can put 4 cards in one signature. Just know that it's going to be harder to get through some of that. So I know I honestly made too many signatures because when I put these together and I measure them inside my book and I put them into the spine, like, they do fit just perfect, and I can close my book and you can see my signatures all fit in there, and it's still, well, maybe I didn't, because maybe I want this to be a fatty, you know, a Christmas fatty. Oh god, that sounded horrible. Maybe I will want, you know, it's up to you, it's personal preference. I could leave them, all of the signatures in there, because obviously they're going to fit inside here. But considering if I add a whole bunch of papers and pockets and pictures, I mean, this thing might end up being like this fat and not want to close. But that's fine because we're going to make a closure for it. So for what it's worth, I think we're going to just end this here so that you guys have an idea of, you know, what to do if you would like to follow along. And if you don't want to follow along or you don't want to make one and you're just interested in watching me be a doorknob, follow along and watch that too. So follow la 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 la. All right, you guys, that was part 1. If you get your signatures and you collect a bunch of stuff that you might want to use, that's like some of the funnest parts. So stay tuned for part 2, and that will be getting all of these set inside your cover, getting that to bond together, how we're going to do that. Maybe we'll make the cover of the book. I'm not sure. So stay tuned for part 2 if you're interested, and I will see you guys all soon. Much love to all my randoms out there, and I quite obviously need to go get a drink of water. Bye, guys. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.